Hi, this is Pastor Derl Keefer from Center Park United Methodist Church. Walking to my backyard. This is the second in the part when we hurt. Lessons from a Good Samaritan. We've been examining Luke chapter 10, verses 25 through 37 in a 5-part devotional series. Let me give you a quick background. A reminder that Jesus is encountered a theologian lawyer who first asked the question about what he should do to inherit eternal life. And then Jesus enlarges on the Old Testament law that was given in Deuteronomy 6:5 and Leviticus 19:18 by including love your neighbor as yourself. So a teaching moment in the form of a parable is introduced. We learned yesterday a traveler was descending on a dangerous road when he was robbed. Today, let's talk about the stars in the characters of this parable. There are really 3 of them. 2 of them are religious leaders. Levite, a priest. The 3rd is a unusual character for the parable because it was a Samaritan. The listeners to Jesus despised the Samaritans. The 2 religious leaders seemed to run past the hurt man as if he were a log laying on the path. It wasn't as if they didn't see the victim, as Jesus relates in the story, but they chose to do the unthinkable. They ignored him. There are 3 excuses that have been shared by various commentators over the millenniums. For instance, the first one was they were just too busy. Possibly, they were in a hurry to get to their appointments at the temple. The priest would run the worship service, and the Levite, who was responsible for the liturgy and the music, was also scurrying to that particular service. So they didn't have time. The second one is that according to the Levitical law, if they were to touch a dead body, they weren't allowed to perform their duties. And after all, it was important for them to do that, for it was a prestigious time, and they felt important and powerful. Thirdly, it may have been that there was anxiety that may have gripped them. They didn't want to take a risk. After all, robbers were around the area anyway. They might be lurking a little distance away. Possibly this man was a decoy for a possible ambush. We often have legitimate excuses not to help others who are in need. But the truth pounds into all of us. There is no legitimate excuses not to help others in some way. So who are you helping today? Are you giving excuses? Next time, we'll examine the Samaritan and his role in the story.